Over the centuries, an untold number of poems have been written, with varying degrees of success. Some, like the great works of Shakespeare, became world famous and lasted for hundreds of years, while others simply vanished after only being read a few times. However, neither type even compared to the poem Daffodils by William Wordsworth. The beauty of this poem comes not from its grandiosity, but from the innate simplicity that illuminates the power of nature. Alongside simplicity, it is filled with vivid images that cling to readers' minds and open their eyes to the world around them. Imagery also serves to show great contrast between indoors and outdoors, proving the magnificence of the natural world. Therefore, Daffodils is clearly the best poem in the world, as it successfully uses simplicity, imagery, and contrast to show the beauty of being with nature. It is very easy to see the beauty of nature when looking at spectacular views like mountains and waterfalls, but Wordsworth uses simplistic, everyday images to produce awe in readers. The poem begins with a man who walks over the land until he sees a host of golden daffodils beside the lake beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. In this quote, he uses personification, saying the flowers are dancing and giving them human-like qualities. The clear image shown in this passage is not unusual for most readers, as lakes with trees and flowers next to them are fairly common. However, the personification makes this sight stand out as it draws attention to how incredible something as simple as flowers can look and the beauty of everyday scenery. Even when the man is away from the flowers, they make such a big impact that he remembers them. Then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. The word heart has a strong connotation as it relates to the spirit and emotion of a person and not just the diction of the word, a body part of a human. The connotation allows you to see how the beauty of a simple, single type of flower can transport the author to another place. The simplicity makes the poem easy to follow and also highlights the fact that beauty can be found in any part of nature. To create an even stronger focus on beauty in nature, the author paints a picture of it with his use of imagery combined with a variety of other literary devices such as the simile. These techniques enhance the vividness of his text, such as when he describes the daffodils as continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way. This comparison between a field of daffodils and stars at night makes you look at the flowers in a whole other light, discovering even more beauty as you imagine the flowers shining with the quality of stars. Wordsworth reinforces the image in the reader's mind through the use of alliteration, stars that shine, so that the reader slows down and pays attention to each word. His use of pure imagery also stands out. They stretched a never-ending line along the margin of the bay. You see the magnificence of nature through the author's eyes. The concreteness of his description along the margins of a bay adds to the majesty of the image, while at the same time giving the readers the sense of being present in the scene. It is impossible to read this poem and not see clear imagery of the extraordinary products of nature alongside the author. The majesty in the image is bolstered by the contrast at the end of the poem with the plain, almost mundane picture of the author indoors. He changes the tone of the poem by writing, "When on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood." Compared to the vivid scenes of the vast fields of daffodils, the room is described with no imagery or literary devices. The emptiness of the indoors makes phrases such as 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their head in sprightly dance, memorable. This quote is not only filled with imagery but personification. The daffodils are tossing their head in sprightly dance, which makes the ideas in the poem come alive. In comparison with the author's vacant or pensive mood, the daffodils lift the reader's mind with their dancing. Wordsworth's contrast of the lively outdoors and the dull indoors highlights the pleasure that comes from the natural world. By contrast, simplicity and imagery that are used to show the beauty of being with nature make Daffodils the best poem in the world. The simple aspect of nature in the poem show Wordsworth's ability to turn everyday scenes into visions we are lucky to see. The images are so powerful that they affect the reader long after they've read the poem. The contrast between this wonderful natural world and the man-made indoor one heightens the sense of the power of nature. The poem enables and encourages the reader to look at extraordinary in the everyday beauty that is around us.